Hey gang, today I'm back beautiful Sarasota, Florida. We're fishing Sarasota Bay. My good friend Captain Jeremy Lee's taking me fishing. If I were you, I wouldn't touch that dial. It's gonna be off the hook. Made about a 3-mile run, maybe a 4-mile run from the boat ramp this morning. We've got a light breeze kind of blowing out of the west, a little bit of south in it. Water's a little dirty. We've had a really windy spring, but tide's fairly high already, but it's going to keep coming in for a couple of hours yet. Jeremy's got us posted up on a shoreline. It's covered up in mullet. The wind's blowing on it. Everything kind of sets up in our favor here. So we'll see if the fish are quite as happy to eat as we are happy to be here. We're on the week of the new moon, so the new moon's later this week. Tides are getting better each and every day. Should be a fantastic day. Oh, fish on. You might want to get that.
He's off.
Oh.
That's what I get.
Oh, right here. Did you see that?
Right in front of us?
Right there, dude.
Another boil right
I mean, right there.
There he is.
Uh-oh. What'd you do, put that on its head?
I guess so. Oh.
You know that I'm the host, supposed to let me catch first one, right, Jeremy? I guess we gotta talk about that stuff beforehand, right? Attaboy, you go ahead and you open. You open with a pretty little snook, sir. Come here, pumpkin. Come here, pumpkin. Oh, perfect. I notice you're putting your hook and your pilchard in the nose.
Right.
And I've been armpit hooking them, and you're getting bit and I'm not.
The reason that I like this when you have to throw distance, because they throw further, in my opinion. But this tends to put them down in the grass, and there's a lot of grass here.
That's the problem.
So up in the nose, they'll stay up top, kind of like they do in the live well.
Right.
And that fish will come up and pop them, and all these up top explosions we're seeing, that's why I prefer to have him up like that.
You know what else about hooking a fish in the nose too can really be helpful is when you're retrieving that bait. Instead of, we pitch it out there, you kind of let it sit, kind of keep the slack out of your line. Again, they don't get in the grass as much, but as you go to retrieve that, sometimes snook, just like a lot of other fish, tarpon, redfish, big trout, they want a bait moving sometimes. So sometimes just when you're retrieving it in, because if you hook them in the armpit, that's not going to be a natural presentation, but hook them in the nose will be a natural presentation. A lot of times you pick up more strikes that way too, so time for me to switch up. Oh, little snook. Look how dark it is.
Yeah.
Wow. That's from that dark bottom right there. Come here, pumpkin. A lot of times with snook, especially snook, sometimes you'll get into an area where it's just all little fish, but a lot of times you can get into an area that has a lot of little fish, and you'll have some of those slot fish on the West Coast, 28 to 33 inches all mixed in. Come here, pumpkin. Swimming at the boat doing 80. And that circle hook is right where it belongs. So important. Jeremy and I were just talking about it, there's so many J hooks on the market, and there's so many people that I talk to that have just been fishing J hooks for so long, and they just won't take the time to make the transition to that circle hook. But boy, that circle hook is just designed so great to catch them in that corner of the mouth, 95% of the time. And J hooks, it's so easy for them to get that down in their gullet, get it caught in there where you got to cut the line. And I know they rust out. I understand all that, but why put them through that if you don't have to? I mean, these creatures are so awesome and such a great part of our life and our lifestyle here in Florida and all that. So I mean, to me, the circle hook is just a no-brainer. Just a no-brainer, especially when you know you're going to catch a lot of these fish here that you couldn't keep them if you wanted to. You know, they're not in the slot. They're the future of your fishery for your kids and your grandkids. Uh-oh, what you got? Oh, that one sounds a little grumpy.
Yeah. Not happy with me.
I was gonna say.
Now see, this fish is fighting totally different than the fish we've been catching.
I think it's a little bigger.
Well, yeah.
I think it's a little bigger.
Yeah. Let's see how he's just kind of constant. And
It's got that bull bay rod bent over pretty good there.
it does.
Oh, it's a nice snook.
Yeah.
There you go. That's a pretty fish.
It acted weird.
Here you go. Let me help you with that one. Much better fish. There you go. Come here. Boy, what a great run that was, huh? That's a nice snook right there. Pretty fish. Attaboy. Oh, come here. Better give me that, pumpkin. Come here. I'm trying to support your belly, show you to the camera. Show you off a little bit and tell your friends you've been on TV. Huh? Spent the day with the real animals. How you like that? Nice job, kiddo. Good boy. Hey, well done. Nice
Thank you,
morning.
sir.
Nice
Thank you,
morning.
sir.
Captain Jeremy Lee getting it done. Sarasota Bay. Hey gang, this week's tip of the week, I want to introduce you to a great company that I've been with now for a little while, Fishbrain, the app for fishermen. Tom Zwick. Tom, tell me about Fishbrain.
Fishbrain, we're the world's largest fishing app. We got about 2.2 million registered users right now, over 1.2 million catches logged, actual catches. Our numbers are growing and growing. You know, we're all over the world, not just here in the U.S., all over every state in the U.S., Australia, the United Kingdom, South Africa is a large market for us. We just released a app over in Japan.
Okay.
So things are going really good.
Now there's a lot of different uses for, you know, some people use this app as like a fish log.
Yeah, actually that's one of my favorite things. I used to log in my journal. Now Fishbrain does it all for you.
Okay.
We also have an analyzer that tells you the best time to go for certain species.
Right.
I like the Explore feature. I tournament fish a lot, so I'm all over the U.S. and I use that when I go to new areas to fish, to look and see what areas they're catching the fish in, what baits they're using,
Okay.
and things like that.
Sure.
So that's really helpful.
And a lot of the stuff, you know, it has a share option where you can share a lot of your information.
Right.
You can share all the stuff for your catches.
Exactly.
Or you can keep it private. You don't have to share everything, which I think is key, because some of us charter captains, we like to be a little...
Absolutely.
we
Same
like to
thing
be a little-
tournament fishing. So yeah, we have the privacy setting. When you log your catches in, you can keep your information private where only you can see it. You can set it on competition where it shares the body of water that you're fishing in,
Right.
or you can share all your information publicly down to your GPS location.
Okay, which is kind of nice, because then you can share that information with other anglers that are
Right.
sharing that information
Exactly.
with you. The body of water you're fishing, you may be able to pick up some killer tips and
That's
killer
right.
places to catch more fish, maybe help you catch more fish. I think it's a fantastic app. It's really, really used. It's kind of been dubbed the Instagram of fishing,
Yes,
because
yes.
there's so many cool pictures there and so much great information there. So Tom Zwick, I really appreciate you,
Thank
my
you,
friend.
Mike. Appreciate it.
Fishbrain, the app for fishermen. Download it for free today, and that's your tip of the week. Oh, dude,
Get him.
he ate it on the move.
Right in front of the boat he ate
I
it?
was reeling it in like a Miradine.
Good fish, dude.
Really nice fish.
Pure reaction strike, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was cool. Right in
awesome.
front of me too. Yeah, it was really nice to see it. Probably 6, 8, 10 feet off the boat. I was reeling in to recast and he punished it. They seem to be getting bigger
They
as the
are
morning
getting
goes
bigger.
here.
I didn't want to say anything, but they
They're
are.
getting a little bigger.
No doubt about it. Good job with him.
Yeah.
It's not easy to hook one 6 feet from the boat.
Well, you know, it is easy when I'm fishing with Captain Jeremy Lee. Always schmooze your captain. It's a good move. Just always schmooze them. No matter what they say, they like that stuff. So far, just an incredible morning, kind of going just the way Captain Jeremy kind of laid it out here this morning. We started up just up the bar here. The tide's coming in, washing some good water over this flat and over some oyster bars that are just off the trees here. The fish seem to be just getting a little bigger and a little bigger as the morning goes. We'll see what happens here, but so far, got a handful of really, really nice fish so far. Bites a little slow. I mean, they're a little finicky, but boy, when you can get one to lump it, it's a good fight, good action. Great morning on Sarasota Bay for sure.
Got him.
Oh, I got him. Such a great game fish. Come here, pumpkin. Ain't nothing wrong with that snook right there. Light tackle. Using the 15-pound class rods, get that good bend on them. You know, we're out here in the open. Plenty of room for those fish to make, you know, big runs. The bull bay rod's got plenty to handle them, so it's perfect tackle for what we're doing today. 10-pound braided line. Come here. The old spider wire so we can make long casts against Sarasota, a lot like Tampa Bay. Got a lot of anglers on the water. It's good to be able to make a long cast so they don't feel that boat pressure. Boop. Nice job, Jamie.
Real Animals Tackle Box, brought to you by CCA Florida, the CCA Star Tournament, and Fishbrain, the app for fishermen. In today's Real Animals Tackle Box, Captain Jeremy and I are using 7-foot 2-inch and 7-foot 6-inch, 15-pound and 17-pound Real Animals Signature Series spinning rods by Bull Bay Rods. We're using Quantum Smoke 30 and 40 PTS spinning reels with 10 and 15-pound Spiderwire Ultracast Invisibraid and 25-pound and 30-pound Berkeley Prospect fluorocarbon leader. We were fishing with 2-aught Nautilus Light circle hooks with live pilchards for bait. Real Animals Tackle Box is brought to you by Quantum, the real choice for the real animals. Miralure, the record setters. Ingle Coolers, the first, the best, your last. Bull Bay Rods, combined with original Fuji guides for a difference you can feel. Spiderwire, nothing gets away. Ray Marine, go hunting underwater. Dorado Boats, built to last a lifetime. Real Animals Tackle Box, brought to you by CCA Florida, the CCA Star Tournament, and Fishbrain, the app for fishermen.
We made just a short move, maybe a mile or so away, really fishing kind of the same shoreline, a lot of the same stuff here. The wind's kind of out of the west. We're gonna fish this wall here. Again, there's a lot of mullet. We're gonna work some oyster bars with a big trough on them, see if we can keep the morning going. A little bit bigger fish as we've gone along here this morning, so hopefully that trend continues and we can catch that big snook we're looking for. We'll see what Mother Nature gives us. So how long have you been guiding?
Been guiding since 2009 full-time. A little bit part-time before that.
What drove you to do this crazy job for a living?
Yeah, well.
And I say that with all due respect because I have the same job.
Believe me, I understand exactly what you're saying. No, it was just something that I thought about doing straight out of high school. And sometimes, you know, things go another way.
Sure.
And when I finally realized this is what I wanted to do, you know, I'd already been fishing in this area. I'm from Sarasota, born and raised.
Right.
Been fishing here for so long, and I had a good network of people, and that definitely helped. And some, you know, old-time guides that kind of helped me out. And it's just been it's been a blessing to have what we have here, and it's just been fun to meet people and catch fish. It's a simple thing for me. It's a good job.
Fishing with your family growing up?
My grandfather. Now, my father was a licensed captain, but he mainly ran boats down the intercoastal, and we would stay, you know, on the boats on the weekends. And I mean, I grew up on the water.
Okay.
And then my grandfather was a real hardcore fisherman. Charlotte Harbor, to be exact.
Right.
He lived down in Placida, and he was to the T. You don't make mistakes with him on the boat. You know what I mean? One of those kind of deals. So he taught me a lot, and he also taught me that it's not always about you know, the fishing. It's about the people too. So,
Experience, yeah.
Exactly.
Well, good for you. Well, you're doing a good job. You have definitely got a great reputation.
Oh,
that one hit it on the move. He hit it,
Oh my gosh, they're eating right next to us.
He hit it on the move. Well, I think the old Mirrodine would do him up in here.
Mirrodine would catch him in here.
Yeah.
You got it. I think you got to cover ground to get the bite, so probably not a bad move.
I just happened to be slowly reeling it in, and he lumped it again.
One?
That's the second, right? Yeah,
Did you
right
feel
here.
The explosion right there.
I think he splashed me a little. That was a fun fish there because he almost pulled the rod out of my hand. Nice snook too. Another
help?
Yeah, you can grab him if you want to. Come on here, Betsy. That's a nice fish. I'll tell you what, the fishery here in Sarasota, much like the rest of the west coast of Florida, has really bounced back. It's healthy again.
Yeah,
you
it
know,
is.
That's the great sign of you know, fish. I mean, we've caught some fish that were 21, 22 inches long today. We've caught a bunch of fish in this 25, 26 inch range, maybe one or two that were 27. I mean, you know, those are different age classes.
Oh, yeah.
Which is really good to see after, you know, again, and I know we talk about it a lot while we're snook fishing on this coast, you know, the freeze, I think it was 2010, right? That was just horrible. You know, so just 6 years ago, this, you know, 80%, some people say even more of our fish we lost due to that freeze. So to have, you know, so many different year classes of fish in there is really good to see.
Absolutely, and you know, we still talk about it. You know, 6 years later, it's the
was
closure
devastating.
helped.
Oh, absolutely.
The closure helped,
Sure.
and I think the limits are working on snook. You know, you can take one snook per person, and that's great.
And that's good, yeah.
I don't even like taking them.
I don't either.
You know,
I don't either.
But if somebody wants one, that fish will feed 4 or 5 people.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every now and again.
Hey, nice job, Capt.
Yeah, good job.
Good morning.
Closed captioning brought to you by Gator Ford. The Real Animals Hook It and Cook It brought to you by Rumfish Grill at the Guy Harvey Outpost.
I'm at the Rumfish Grill on St. Pete Beach, Florida. I'm with Chef Tyson. Chef, what are we cooking today?
Today we're going to be cooking a seafood brochette. All right, so here we are. We're going to assemble the brochette that we have. We got some Gulf mahi-mahi, scallops, some shrimp, little red onion, poblano peppers, red bell peppers, kind of season it up, give it a little spice in there too. We're gonna just season that up with a little salt and pepper, a little olive oil on there, a little fresh basil and parsley mixture on there. Good. Now we're gonna hit it on our griddle over here. All right, so while that's grilling away over here, we're gonna assemble the salad. So the base of our salad is a little farro. Get that into the bowl. And with the farro, we got a little Asian vegetables. They're kind of hibachi style. They taste like the vegetables off the flat top of the hibachi. Okay. A little squash, onion, mushrooms, zucchini. So with the hibachi vegetables, we're also gonna add a little arugula in there. And then we have our miso dressing, which is a aioli-based dressing. We're just gonna mix that around, coat all that farro, incorporate the vegetables. We're gonna put our miso in the bottom of the bowl here. So as you can see now, the brochette's basically cooked all the way through. We like to put a little lemon on the end of it to kind of hold the seafood while it's on the hanger, and as well to squeeze it so you can have a little lemon to squeeze over the fresh to kind of brighten it up too. Hang the brochette over there.
Chef, that looks absolutely amazing. For this great recipe and more, go to our website.
The Real Animals Hook It and Cook It brought to you by Rumfish Grill at the Guy Harvey Outpost.
Oh, saw him eat it.
He did eat it too. And again, it was moving.
Was it?
Yep.
You were reeling
That's
it?
the third fish today that we've had eat, or at least that I've had eat, where it was moving. I was trying to bring it in. We had a fish boil close to the boat. I was trying to bring it in to put it right where that boil was, and one picked it off on its way. So cool. Right in the button, we got this one. Come here. Turn you upside down and get you all relaxed. Get that out your button. Get that out your button. Pumpkin. Pretty fish. I think that's the coolest way to catch them right there. It's like catching them on a Mirrodine. Nose hook that greenback, just working it back nice and slow, and it just gets punished. I like it. And you know, on a day like today when the bite's a little weird, that we've had a lot of baits just get picked up, kind of carried a couple of feet and let go, it's kind of cool when you can do that.
Well, good news for us is this guy's controllable here. Same deal, he busted right in front of the boat and I just kind of hand fed him here.
That's cool though. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You gotta come and do some of this. If you love to catch snook, Sarasota, Florida, in this estuary, Captain Jeremy, come and get you a bunch of those. Atta boy, ooh.
Good fish.
Oh, that boy.
Now he's gonna wake up here in a second.
Oh, nice fish. Atta boy. Oh yeah, look at that. Atta boy. Oh, look at the head shake.
Wow, he's really upset.
Pretty fish, pretty fish. Look at that.
Surf him to you here, bud.
Come here, pumpkin. That fish is like, what'd you call me? What'd you call me, chump? What'd you call me, chump? Look at that. Pretty fish. Want to be sure you try to support that belly on them. Nice fish right there. Good job, Captain Jeremy Lee. What an absolutely fantastic morning, huh? Snook fishing in the spring in Florida. I don't know. If it gets any better than that, I don't need to know about it. Good stuff.
No, sir.
Captain Jeremy Lee, what a
Yes,
great
sir.
morning, my friend.
Thank you.
Well done. So glad we could finally get together and get this in the schedule and get it done. You're a busy man here in Sarasota. Fishing, fantastic. A morning of fishing, because it's literally still the morning.
Sure.
Ton of snook. Fighting some weird conditions too, and they still ate pretty good for us.
Yeah, they did. We had to pull a few tricks out, but you know, I'm glad it worked out for us, and we beat the weather that's coming tomorrow.
Yeah, right.
And I'm glad we could get it done. We've been talking about it for a while, and weather again kind of beat us up, but today was beautiful and we caught some good fish.
Great trip. Thank you so much. We certainly hope you enjoyed this week's episode as much as Jeremy and I enjoyed bringing it to you. I'm Captain Michael Anderson, reminding you that whatever you do, don't let your kid be the one that got away.